to be comparing these three bikes. They were all at one point mine, and I'm going to be comparing them. So I have the Rockrider ST120, the Lapri Edge 3.9, and my current bike, the Trek Marlin 6 Gen 3. So today I'm going to be running them through a series of tests to find out which one is truly the best bike. This is my Rockrider ST120. I bought this bike around 2020, and this is the bike that I think got me into mountain biking. This is my Lapri Edge 3.9. I bought this bike in the summer of 2023, needing an upgrade from my Rockrider, and I think this really helped me progress in my skills. Last but not least, this is my Trek Marlin 6 Gen 3. I bought this bike a couple months ago, and I feel like it has really helped me progress my skills overall in jumps and wheelies. These bikes are going to go through a series of 3 tests. Firstly, the wheelie test, then the jump test, and finally, the quality of parts. The bike that comes out with the most points at the ends of these 3 tests is my best bike. Alright, so after doing many wheelie tests on this bike, I would say that its wheelie capabilities are slightly below average, as it is difficult to compress the fork and get your front wheel high enough on every kind of time you try to pop up, as well as the back brake not fully working, and this is hard as you can loop out. Highly above average, as it does have a dropper post which allows you to move the seat up, which gives you a higher center of gravity that lets you balance the bike better, as well as it having a very responsive mechanical back brake which allows you to kind of bring your front wheel down if you're going to loop out. Overall, I would give this bike maybe it's slightly above average, as you can get a lot of power to bring your front wheel up, as there is a wide range of gears, and the back brake, as it is hydraulic, is very responsive so you don't loop out. I also like that the suspension is very cushy and gives you that extra power to pop your front wheel off, but the reason it does not get the same rating as Lapri is that it does not have a dropper post, and this does make it harder to raise your seat. Alrighty, so after riding the Rockrider and doing a couple jumps, I would say that it is not suited for kind of being in the air. I think that because the suspension is very, very stiff and you can't adjust it, and this does kind of give you a jarring kind of sensation when you hit the ground. And when you, launch off the lip of the jump, it does feel like you're very unstable in the air, as the handlebars are very short. So I would not be using this bike if I were jumping. After testing the Lapri on many jumps, I would say that this bike is decent for jumping. When you are in the air, it does feel much more stable than the Rockrider, as the bars are slightly wider, but it still does feel a little funky. And when you do land, the chain makes a lot of noise, as it is a 3x without a clutch. But the suspension really is very cushy, and you barely feel it when you land. After doing many jumps on the Trek, I would say that this jump is very, very stable in the air, as there are wide handlebars, and the whole bike just feels very attached to you when you're jumping. I also really like how there is a clutch derailleur, so this means when you jump, your chain does not rattle around. as well as the suspension being pretty cushy, but at the same time not over cushy. So when you land, you don't get bucked up too high and can kind of land and kind of come up without any problems. Overall, I think this is definitely the best bike for jumping. And yeah, on to the quality of parts. So the Rock Rider is equipped with a Microshift RD M46L rear derailleur paired with a Microshift H0929 cock cassette. So the Rock Rider is equipped with a Tektro TDK 68 160mm brake pair. Its fork is a B-Twin 80mm coil fork. The Lapri, it has a Shimano Tori FDTY500 front derailleur and a Shimano Arkia RDM368S rear. So for brakes, it comes with a Shimano SMRT150S hydraulic disc brake, front and rear. For a fork, it has an SR Suntour RST Blaze 100mm. So for the rear derailleur, it has a Shimano Q's U6000 GS with a clutch, and it is paired with a Shimano Q's LG300. Front and rear, this bike has Tektro HD M275 hydraulic discs with 160mm rotors. The Trek is equipped with a RockShox Judy coil spring, which has 100mm of travel. Without further ado, the winner of the competition, the Trek Marlin 6 Gen 3, with the close second, the Lapri Edge 3.9, and in third, the Rock Rider ST120.